Hi everybody, my name is Jacki Wilkins, and today I would like to talk to you about unloading horses off the trailer. Nowadays we see so much information about how to load a horse on a trailer, and you don't see much information on unloading. And a problem that Jim and I see a lot of, and you've probably seen it too, is horses that rush off a trailer going backwards. We had a good friend of ours who had a horse, and I think he bought him this way, but I remember when he unloaded him, he could only put him in the back slot next to the gate, because this horse was so bad that when he heard the latch of the gate, he would start throwing himself backwards. No matter if he was untied, no matter if the gate was open yet, no matter what, he would just go crazy trying to fling himself backwards out of the trailer. So this guy would have to, make sure he was untied, go out of the trailer, make sure he was untied, get everybody back, and then open the gate, fling it open, and run. And I'm not kidding. If you were in the way of this horse, you were going to get hurt. And we've seen a lot of horses. That was probably the worst one I've ever seen. But I've seen a lot of people who are afraid to come in the trailer when their horse is tied because they're afraid their horse is going to pull back. I see a lot of people that go outside to untie their horse first. I see a lot of people that need a second person to hold the gate shut to try to keep the horse from rushing out of the trailer. So again, in my opinion, extremely bad habit, and one that is very, very, very easily prevented. I really don't think any horse has to act like that. My helper here today is J. Bardu and JD. He's one of our stallions, and he's going to help me today. And what I want to talk about is the reason most horses fly out of a trailer backwards like that is just anticipation. Anyway, anticipation of the next move, the next thing. And these horses have been backed off so much that that's all that's on their mind. Here it comes, I'm backing off, that's all that's on their mind. So all you have to do most of the time to fix that is just turn your horse around and walk him out forward. A lot of our horses, anytime I go to unhook a horse, like right there he came towards me, so I'm going to back him off. If he would have started to back up, I would have taken him forward. So I almost always, if I have the right opportunity, I almost always do the opposite of what the horse tells me. If he brings his head towards me, I back him out. If he starts to back off, I'll turn him around and walk him forward. Now a lot of people think, I've had people tell me that you can't turn a horse around in this size trailer, which you very easily can. I mean, I grabbed this horse because he's a big horse, and I wanted to show you, he obviously can turn around very easily. There are a couple trailers that I think are maybe a little narrower than this, but even those, I've seen even big horses, if you just give them a second, let them bring their head, and follow through with the shoulder, they can turn around just fine. So another thing to stop this habit is just simply to slow down. People are goal-orientated. They've always got a timeline. When you go to a show, how many times are you running late? You've got to get your horse off, get him saddled. You go to your trainers for a lesson, he's waiting for you, come on, get your horse saddled. So people almost always unload in somewhat of a hurry. And that's another thing, that if you would just stop and let your horse take a minute, don't rush him, don't teach him that just because the doors are open or just because I'm tied means you can come off. Teach him we might stand here for 5 minutes, So just slowing down and making your horse wait on you can also fix so much of that. Now I'm sure there are some of you who are thinking, I can't do that. I have a two-line or an inline trailer or a two side-by-side trailer. Even if that's the case, if you absolutely cannot turn your horse around to get him out, you can still, like I said, stop a lot of that bad habit just by slowing down, just by making your horse wait. So if your horse already has this habit, where he comes flying off the trailer, here again, very easy fix. All you have to do is load him back up and let him stand. If he comes flying off, load him back up, let him stand. Start to get out of his head that he's getting off. say, we're not getting off, just go ahead and get back on. You don't need to punish him. You don't need to try to force him to stay in the trailer. All you have to do is change his mind. And with a horse that's very chronic, this might take quite a bit of time, but if you're consistent, here again, it's a very easy fix. Anytime your horse rushes off, you just communicate to your horse that that was the wrong answer and ask him to get back on. And with time and consistency, your horse will stop that bad habit and stop being so dangerous with rushing off of the trailer when you back him up.